Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We thank you from all over the world for tuning in today. All things business. Yes, we got a good one for you tonight. We have an extremely good one tonight. We got Mr. Boris and Renata and beautiful couple. We were just talking. They'll be celebrating their 30th anniversary coming up next year. And I was talking to them about that. But tonight we got a great couple, and I want them to tell their story. Let me tell you something. Boris came from a little country not too far away from Turkey, back in the days when it was called the Soviet Union. He'll talk about that, and his beautiful, lovely wife. She's from Belarus, and I want them to talk a little bit about how they got started in network marketing. But we got a lot to cover tonight, so everybody sit back and got notes. Get them into us real quick because we have at the end. But right now, let's introduce the Boris and Renata Krumer. Guys, take it from there. Tell us a little bit about your coming up, where you guys got started, what got you to the United States. And I love you guys.
Just at first. Okay.
You came first.
Okay, yeah, I did. Uh, First of all, Al, thank you for having us. It's it's an honor to know you, and we've known each other for many years.
Yes, sir.
And every year it's just better and better and better. You're better looking. I don't know what's going on there, but our story. I'll tell my story. Renata will tell her story. I came to this country when I was 15 years old, with my parents, grandparents, my sister, from the little country next to Turkey, which is called Azerbaijan. It's a beautiful country. It used to be part of the Soviet Union, obviously. Now they're independent. And I actually want to celebrate my 60th birthday, which is also next year, in my hometown in Azerbaijan. So that's a plan. So we came here when I was 15 years old. We landed in Philadelphia. That's where I spent my childhood, my younger years. And growing up in America, it was a dream, obviously. Not easy, 80s, 90s, not easy. But somehow people who come to this country from another country see it different, because anywhere else in the world, specifically in the countries of former, Soviet Union, we did not have what people in America here have, and we cherish it more. We appreciated it more. And for many years, I've talked to many people who were born here, and there was just they looked at things differently. So my parents started to work right away. I went to college. I started to work the first week after coming to Philadelphia, literally with no English and so on and so forth. So we made it, right? But in that in your older years, you start looking for something that will make your life good. I mean, that's why we come to this country, right? That's why we all came here. And there's a lot of opportunities. I think America was, is, and always will be the country of opportunity. It's what you're looking for. It's your mindset. It's your demeanor. It's the people that you surround yourself with. There's a lot of ingredients going into baking this beautiful cake of life that you dream of. And I think that a lot of people miss on some ingredients, but some of them, make the beautiful, tasty cake. And I think Renata and I, we did it. So she'll tell her story for sure. Her story, Renata, she's very emotional. She's passionate, right? But our life together brought us into the network marketing. Network marketing is an animal by itself. I mean, you really have to look at it and say, this is completely different from anything else that I've done personally. What network marketing allowed me personally to experience is meeting absolutely amazing people with the proper mindset.
Mm.
because in the network marketing, I was lucky enough to meet people who are extremely successful, uh, you know, and they became our coaches, mentors. It doesn't matter what place you have in life. It doesn't matter your financial background or whatever. I think everybody should have a mentor. It's good. I think it's actually prestigious to have a good mentor. And we've talked to very wealthy individuals, less wealthy, but they all have mentors, at some point in their life. So we were lucky enough to have several of them. You are actually one of them, because you taught us a lot. So everything is good. The network marketing gave us certain things that probably working 9 to 5 would be different. Although we did work, those hours at the early ages. But again, to me, the most important thing is freedom. Freedom, meeting great people, an ability to travel, to learn, to see the world, love to travel. Actually, we came to the airport today. We just flew in from Florida, West Palm Beach. We were at the Tony Robbins event,
Yes.
Date with Destiny. I got to tell you something. I didn't expect that. I mean, 6 days of really going nuts, but it just absolutely amazing feeling. So as we're going to the airport back, flying today, the airline says, something happened that I forgot already what. But anyway, they said, well, we are upgrading you to the next level. So you're upgrading me to the next level, not in the airplane, in general in the company, as a passenger. I said, what did I do to deserve that? I said, well, you fly a lot. And it hit me, that we did fly a lot this year. And why did it fly a lot this year? Because of the life that we're living, and because of network marketing opportunities we were involved in. So it really feels good. And I'll be turning 60 next year. I feel young, and I think life just beginning.
Yeah, I love that. We're going to get to Renata here in just a second. You said some things really important. I want to kind of regurgitate to everybody. People come from other countries. America's known as the land of opportunity. And a lot of us don't even take advantage of the opportunities here in this great country of ours. And as I travel around the world, I'm so appreciative and grateful and thankful to come back and try to wake people up like we have it so good here. But it's sometime until you leave the country, you don't realize how important or how much opportunities here that we just take for granted or don't even take the opportunity to dig in. So I appreciate that.
And by
And
the
then you
way,
said,
because of the network marketing and because of the certain freedoms, uh, there is a lot of other doors opened up uh,
mm-hmm,
in that, and that's the beauty of it. I mean, because of the good reasons or bad reasons, the doors opened up. And if you embrace it properly, then you can create another stream of income. I mean, I think our future president that's coming up said it once, that if you have somebody, didn't he say that? Somebody said that. Anyway, if you have several yeah, I think it was the next president. If you have more than one expense, you should have more than one stream of income.
yeah.
And I really believe into that, actually, because of the network marketing.
That is very important because I tell people all the time, you know, why would you limit yourself just to your own ability? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I'm just saying. But you also said something I love too, that everybody needs a mentor. Everybody has the very successful people have mentors, whether it's sports or whatever. Everybody, I've got mentors. As you guys know, Miss Clemens is my mentor. I don't know nothing about this, but I've got mentors for other things as well. And another thing that I really respect you guys went to Tony. Now think about it. You went to Tony Robbins, ladies and gentlemen. Do you realize what they invest? They're always, if you listen to them, they're always investing back in themselves. updating themselves, updating their information, updating. Before we get Renato on there, I want to talk about something with you. First of all, sir, when when you got into your dad was in a photo business and doing weddings and then you went into writing programs, the Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and from there you went into coffee business, and then there you went to the bakery and got out of that. And at age 18, you started in the jewelry business. So I want people to understand.
I
Listen,
forgot
you
already that. I already forgot all that. How did you remember everything? It's book.
I have friends in high places to pull stuff up for me. But the point I'm trying to get across to our listeners around there, outside around the world here, he didn't have this one. He got 18. He went in the jewelry business because he was an entrepreneur. People come from other countries to our country. They come with the entrepreneur spirit, not to have a job for 10, 20, 30 years. And you notice that the bakery, the coffee shop business, and do programming. At age 18, he started his own jewelry business. But the whole idea, entrepreneurship. And then his mother had a health spa where she did makeup for women and make them look good. And I mean, most women over there look good anyway. But yeah, I know. So there were mom's entrepreneur, dad's entrepreneur, as you'll say, goes, what else could I be but an entrepreneur? So I thank you for that because I wanted to highlight that when you came to America, you had several businesses, your wife had several businesses, we'll get to in a second, but you were always an entrepreneur at heart. That's what I wanted to say. I love
You
it.
you're right, and I appreciate that. But people should understand that if you're afraid of doing something, you will never experience what's on the other side, good or
Wow.
bad. Because if you fail, that's also good. It's an experience, right? So I don't know any successful person who never failed. On the contrary, they all failed, uh,
That's right.
which made it an experience to learn more, to achieve more, whatever they wanted to achieve for themselves. So if people are afraid, and the reason they're afraid is because of their mindset. That's period, end of
Mhm.
story. I mean,
Yeah.
mindset is number one. I mean, you really have to constantly work on it, constantly talk to different people, constantly get ideas, and just set your mindset on something, set your goals on something that you want in life. And we're all pretty much the same thing. We want, have nice, comfortable life, but comfortable in a way where comfortable doesn't hurt you. Because if you're too
Yeah.
comfortable, that hurts you also. So
Yeah.
you have to keep a balance. And Tony Robbins is, by the way, excellent in teaching you how to do that. Just
Yeah.
tremendous. He's a machine, really machine. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I'm just happy to see
Renato, I'm sorry. Renato, hold on 1 minute. You're next. You're coming up next, real quick.
it. She can't
I love
wait.
the idea that you had talked about the bakery. So he said, I did the bakery business, folks, on another podcast, and it didn't work out, but it didn't stop him. He just said, okay, I learned something. I learned something I didn't know. Now pick myself and go again. I have a philosophy that if I win 80% of businesses that I do, and I lose 20%, I'm still ahead of the game. Most people think they got to win 100%. That is being very unrealistic. If you're taking notes out there around the world, write this down. Part of winning is losing. You got to, it's not, it is what it is. And with that,
I would never thought that I will end up in the business that I'm in now, which was opened from the network marketing opportunity. You know what I mean? So it just completely out of the blue, it that happened. So for everybody out there, just don't be afraid. You know,
yeah. What network marketing does is open us up to more ideas of other businesses and other streams of income that could come out of the network marketing and the contacts and the people. And I travel, and I'm telling you, man, for 30 some 5 years, I've been doing this. I can go any state, country, a lot of country, and know people there because this industry has springboarded me other things. So, man, that's powerful. Now let's get the spotlight on your beautiful wife there. I know she's dying to get in here. We've had a lot. I think this is the most I've ever heard you talk, Mr. Boris. So, which is good. Well, with that said, let's get over here to Queen Bee. This lady has a heart of gold. She is full of love. And I mean, she has a life that is, I mean, just wherever she goes, she can walk in a room and it just lights up because of her presence. So tell everybody a little bit about your background, Miss Renata. I'm going to shut up and just let you go, young lady, and take all the time. We're in no rush tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you. First of all,
And don't push Boris out the picture.
we have so much love and respect for you, Al Thomas. Yes, you're a mentor, you're a legend. You're absolutely remarkable man. We definitely learned so much from you in the past 12 years, 12 and a half to be exact. And talking about my background, and we're talking about immigrants. And yes, people wants to achieve so much and wants to run. And the main reason, all of us, each of us, we have point of reference. And this point of reference, it's very easy to run because Americans, they're beautiful, but some of them, not all of them, some of them might be more passive because they did not have a different life. When there is no point of reference, very often your why is different. In my case, I came here when I was 25 years old, Renata. Of course, no English. I always bragging that I was the most popular cleaning ladies in New York City. I was cleaning 6 houses per week in the Williamsburg area, if you're familiar with New York. I was a very good cleaning lady. I was fast, efficient, smiling. They love me.
Definitely sexy. Definitely sexiest cleaning lady out there.
This is a compliment from my husband. And I have to tell you that I do believe that I was the only person who was able to graduate from New York University Stern Business School while cleaning houses. Because most of the kids in this college, they were from the very, in this university, they were from very like good families. Nobody was cleaning anything to be in this school. So I remember at my graduation, I was like, I thought this is it. This is the biggest thing I ever accomplished. I was cleaning, but I'm here now. And I graduated and I have this diploma. I have to tell you, it's absolutely not. Right now, when I'm looking at this, when I'm looking at all my journey, I've been working as a hotel manager in Midtown Manhattan, not right away as a hotel manager. I started from the front desk, manager, director, room division, so slowly. But then I have to tell you, I spent almost 20 years in the hospitality industry. And you know what I truly feel, what is the most magnificent thing that I ever touched is network marketing. I look at it first time 12 and a half years ago. When I said it's us, but my husband was very skeptical. So it's totally okay. A check, so direct deposit from ACN worked like the best remedy from any skepticism. But I have to tell you, in network marketing, in any network marketing, you cannot win if you only take care of yourself. Like to graduate college, what do I need to do? To make sure that Renata is disciplined enough to study when I need to study. I like Tony Robbins said, you don't want to go, hey, if I say you go, you go. You tell it to yourself. You tell it to your brain. If I say you go, you go. So that's what I do. I disciplined Renata and I was able to graduate. It was not easy. I was in a country for only 1 year and my English was still very poor. But my why was if I graduate, my son would be proud. I would be proud of myself. Would be my biggest deal. At this moment, I think that whatever has been accomplished in network marketing, this is the biggest deal. And you know what? The first time in my life, I feel that I'm building empire. Even though it sounds like you think Renata is nuts. I started at 48 and recently celebrated my 60th. And I have to tell you, this 12 years journey, I met the best people in my life. I'm not surprised. Do you know the more you work on yourself, better and better and better people you attract? That is the deal. And you know, if not network marketing, Al Thomas, an incredible man, we would have never met. And how big is it? You're very important in our life. And yes, my husband talk about mentors. Do you know that I'm following Tony Robbins for the past 33 years, being in this country for 35, the past 33. By the way, since I mentioned cleaning, Tony Robbins cassettes at that point is my tapes is my very first purchase in America. The very first one. I remember I learned listening radio, want to learn English better. They said Barnes and Nobles. I thought, what is the difficult name Barnes and Nobles? Can they say the bookstore? I remember I was looking for it. I found it and I bought this cassette, and that would help me to graduate from college because Tony was always here and it was unleash the power of wisdom and say, yes, yes, you can do it. And you know what I learned from this cassette? I learned the word proximity. And at that time, there is 2 words that I could not pronounce. I thought the most difficult word, it was parenthesis and proximity. And hey, proximity is something that helped me so much in life. And in ACN, being surrounded by the caliber, yes,
No, that's
network marketing is something so big. Being surrounded by the best people in the world, of course you're growing. So that's why I'm saying that in our team, if you see the caliber of people, so yes, some of them we met at Tony Robbins event. Are we surprised? No, because this is the type of people going there. And I was so excited that you, somebody like you, who's a big, who built so many people around the world. When a few months ago you said that, hey, I just come back from Tony Robbins event, I was looking at you and thought, how incredible you are. You are growing. And I was not surprised that you wrote a book, not just like regular book. You wrote the book that any person that I send this book, they instantly calling me back when they finish and said, how good, how insightful, who this man is. Do you know how big it is? I love when you say there that every single human being is a God gives inside of them. I love that you remind us that every single one. I remember I learned from incredible Les Brown, that you cannot see the picture if you're in the frame. And I love how you say that mentors, your mentors, they would allow you to see this picture. They would guide you. That's what you're doing in your life. That's why the fact that you have this YouTube channel, you have this book, you're growing. Like, I'm looking at your journey 12 years since I know you, and I'm so impressed. I think the progress is your middle name. You're constantly running, and I'm so glad that with our company we were able to travel together. And I saw you in the action. When everybody just lying down on a beach, you're running, you're taking interview, you're constantly serving. I have to tell you so much love and
Thank you.
respect for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You know, that's what I'm here for. Really, that's why God put us all here to be servant to our fellow man. And a lot of people don't find their gifts. And if you're out there listening, you go to the channel, Al Thomas Official, and there's a book that I get about 2 months ago. It's called God's Gift. It's only 18 minutes and some change. You can listen to it, or you can also download it to read it if you want to. And I just gave that away for free. God said, no, just write it 3:30 in the morning for a week or two, a month. Just give it away just because to be a blessing to everybody. And you said something that's really phenomenal that I really love. I want to kind of go back over. You said the more you work on yourself, the better people that you will attract to you. And that is so true. And a lot of people out if and that's why I put the channel together, myself and Mr. Clement. We want people to get better and better and better. And for me to get better, guess what? I have to get better. And for me to go up higher and serve more, I've got to get better. And don't be afraid. And that's what I said about you guys. Don't be afraid to invest back in yourself. The best investment, and you know this, you guys, you've done it. So continue on. And I love it. 12 and a half years. And you start off as a maid. And that's what I'm saying. And then kept getting better and better and worked your way up to now you're running the hotel for, I mean, I love it. Continue.
Do you mind if I say it's very important for somebody who just start network marketing? It doesn't matter where you are, but I have to tell you, it took me 1 year and 3 weeks to be exact to say goodbye to the corporate world forever. I started at 48. At 49, I was so happy to say goodbye to the corporate world. And you know, it's allowed me to spend 2 quality years with my mom before she passed away. So ACN is sentimental. Network marketing has sentimental values in my life. It is very
Yeah.
true. And I have to tell you, interesting, I never tried any network marketing before. If some of you like in your 50s or late 40s and you think, is it too late? No. My very first network marketing was at 48. I don't know where you are, but I have to tell you that one of the most gifted gentlemen in our team, he started at 75. And when he passed away at 80, 82, I was in his hospital. And he did say, Renata, the past 7 years was the best years in my life because of network marketing. And he
Yeah.
was a world renowned champion, combat sambo, big man, beautiful man, reached a big position from 75 to 82, whatever age you are, guys, I know that you deserve better. And if you here at Al Thomas channel, which is already, we attract same light, you already deserve more. I know that.
I remember I was doing a talk up in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, many years ago. And there had to be about 600 people in the room. And I said, "Who's going to join us tonight?" And this guy's hand went up so fast. And I got off the stage and went down the aisle because he's sitting on the aisle. And I said, "Stand up, sir." And his hair was all white. And I said, "Why are you making the decision to join us tonight?" And he said, "Young man, I'm 82 years young. And for the first time in my life, I see a way to make long-term residual income." The crowd went nuts because just like you said, there's a way out. Matter of fact, speaking of residual income, tell us the story how you ran into a lady at the hotel and she told you her I think it was her father or uncle her father passed away and that he left her residual income and you tell us that story.
Absolutely. Am I allowed to say this wonderful lady's name?
Sure you can.
Her name is Terry Aviada. Once a week, I was taking yoga classes because at that time, between two of us, we have 3 kids. That was the time when all of them were in college. Somebody just graduated, somebody started. So financially it was tough. It was time when my mother health started to deteriorate. So for me taking once a week yoga classes, I thought to keep me sane. It was a lot of pressure. And as a hotel manager, I was responsible for every single department and 3 hours commuting every day. So was busy. And every day, doesn't matter what day I choose to join my yoga class, one lady is always there. You go on Monday, one week, another week on Tuesday, she's there. So I was the one who asked what exactly she's doing because I love, doesn't matter what day I choose, once a week she's there. She said to me that before her father passed away, he started a business and it has something to do with residual income. And when he passed away, now she inherited because her residual income is willable and sellable. And I said, "And now you're free?" And she said, "And now I'm free. I used to be paralegal, but there is no needs anymore. I kind of like to be free." I looked at her, guys. I am constantly running like chicken with no head. I said, can you share this information with me? And it's so interesting. She said the only one day a week we have a meeting you can share in Queens every Tuesday. And I said, no way, because Tuesdays my husband played poker years, because we've been together for 30 years. So for years he's playing definitely every Tuesday. And I said, is it every Tuesday? She said, yes, but let me call. She called, and thank God, God makes no mistake. Obviously, this was our journey. Said, you know what? This week, this is the only week they do it on Wednesday because they just came back from international event and they want to make sure that everybody arrived. Wednesday. I said, amazing, this Wednesday I turned 48. Let me call my husband. I call Boris. I said, Boris, meeting. He said, baby, no meetings. So I back explaining that it's my gift, my birthday gift. And he said, I hope it's not long because I'm usually hungry this time. It's 8 o'clock. So that was the very first event.
It's got to be a bad guy in the family, right? So that was me.
And he's terrific. If I'm crazy about him for the past 30 years, he cannot be bad because it's basically half of my life. No, he's wonderful, but he using a logic. And as he mentioned, I use my intuition. I'm a passionate one. I'm a poetry lover. But when I listen my intuition said that this is the first time in your life, your money in direct proportion with who you are, with how much you want to help people. And if you want more, anything more, you just serve more. You want more, you serve more. If you check your compensation plan, it doesn't matter what network marketing you are. If you look at it carefully, usually you want more, you serve more everywhere. And that's what I love.
So you went there to the meeting. Tell us what happened at the meeting. I'm intrigued.
At the meeting, okay, at the meeting, at that time, they were passing applications They passing application. This lady who introduced me, she's sitting next to me. She's looking at me like I'm nuts because she looked at me as a hotel manager. Like, you don't need network marketing. Because when she was visiting me, because the yoga studio was in Manhattan and Madison, only 1 block away. So she visited sometimes in my hotel. She was looking at everybody, asking me what to do, what do I need to do here. What, like, you're important there. They're your queen, but nobody knows how you feel. Because as a hotel manager, you know, nobody cares what you feel inside. Show must go on. You must smile. Like, you cannot tell anybody that you feel so. Sometimes when my mother had started to deteriorate and she was calling me so many times, forgetting that she just called me, and somebody here complaining me they don't like their pillow, but hey, some of the suite they pay 3,000 per night. They have a right not to like the pillow. A light was not bright enough. And I was looking at them and I'm thinking, guys, inside it's so tough for me, but that was the life. So
No, you said they passed out the application.
they passed out the applications and I started to fill it out. And it's like, I'm writing, my security number is this. My incredible Boris, who's a finance guy, said, baby, what are you doing? And I said, I'm in. He said, you in where? And they said, just $500 and you have an opportunity to build your residual income. And also what helped me a lot at that time, testimonials. I saw people, I look at them, because the presenter was very glamorous, to be honest. But when I look at testimonials, they look like me. They were different. Some of them were younger, older, but regular people. Some of them I remember their accent, so I thought, okay, Renata, keep your accent. We good. But that's very true because, you know, one of the most unforgettable, how can I say, offer I ever received was from Les Brown. He said if I travel with him for a while, I can become a very, whatever, known spokesperson or talk about mindset. And I said, how can I do that? Why are you asking me? I have an accent. He said, Renata, keep your accent. We love your accent.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but it's so true.
So
And testimonials, how different they are. I remember I said to Boris, baby, we'll be rich. At that time, Boris wanted, to be honest, to live to Florida. He said, let's move to Florida. We'll be rich.
So
I thought the more we help people, the more brilliant we become.
all right. So you $500. You said I'm in, and it was $500 to build this residual income business. And you said I'm in, and Boris said, "What are you doing? Take it from there." Boris said, "What are you doing?" So what
What are
happened
you
after
doing?
that?
I look at Terry, my wonderful Terry, sitting here, and I said to her, tomorrow, because I do not like no drama, no. I knew that this is it. Do you know, like he met me in a subway and he knew that this is mine. I look at ACN and knew that this is it. So I said to her tomorrow, and tomorrow she went to my hotel and she brought the application and I fill it out. At that time, we did not even fill out online. I fill it out and she need to send it. And she sent it to the company, and in a few days, they said you're in. And I thought that this is it. I thought this is the first time everything depend on me, no one else. How fast,
So
how big I build.
all right. So then the checks kept coming and coming and coming and coming, and then what did Boris say?
Oh, Boris said they're real. Boris said they're real. And he did not want to travel to our very first big event. It was in California. He said, I'm not going there. And I remember I was picking one of the best suit that I have, white collar. He said, why are you taking this particular suit? This is the best suit. I said, this is a corporate event. I need to look good. And he said, okay, I'm coming. But he said, I'm not going to sit during the event. I'm not crazy to sit 3 days and listen to this nonsense. I'm traveling there. I make sure you sit comfortably. And I go, I never be in Los Angeles. At the moment he walked into that room, I look at his face. He looked at me. We were there together for 3 days. He did not believe me.
Boris, we can't see your face, Boris. You kind of faded out. There we go. All right.
But what I can tell you, he was quiet for 3 days. But then I remember we took Uber to travel home
Hotel.
and
Back
to
to the
travel
hotel.
back to to travel back to airport, back home. And he was asking this driver, "Have you ever heard of this company?" And I was looking at him.
I was picking. I was starting to pick.
I wanted to cry because he came there like no question. I just make sure you sit comfortably with this white suit you took it. And then he said, "Have you ever heard of this company?" And since then,
Listen, let me
Exactly.
give you a perspective on everything, right?
Please do. Please do.
For people who listening, we have different perspectives on everything, on a lot of things, but specifically on network marketing. Let's say you're not in network marketing. Let's just assume that, right? You have challenges, correct? You have not everything goes smoothly all the time. It's just life. But on top of that, if you have a job, which I would assume people do, you're also handling problems of the company and of your boss. So besides having your own issues, you are handling at your job issues that the company has and your boss has. Because if the boss is in a bad mood, guess who's going to be in a bad mood also? If the employee, right? So you're under constant pressure. The difference between network marketing is that you also have challenges, but those challenges are resolved strictly by you. And if you don't want to handle those challenges today, it's okay, take a break. Nobody's going to fire you. And then you come back in a good state of mind. Here's the difference. In network marketing, you're working for yourself without investing initially substantial amount of money to start your business. How many people can start the business for $500, $300 per month? There's no opportunities like that. If you're looking to start a traditional business, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. That's why there's a huge gap between people who want to start the business, but who actually do. Because there's in between, you don't have funds to invest. Network marketing is a perfect platform for that. Now you got to choose wisely what company you associate yourself with, right? You got to do this kind of a research. Is it a product-based company, service-based company, but whatever it is. But that's the opportunity for a young entrepreneurial mind to start their own business at a minimal expense. And from that platform, because that platform will teach you a lot of things that you need in business anyway. And that platform will connect you to all kinds of different people that might help you in the future to open up different doors to the traditional business or whatever business you want to be in. So that's the opportunity. You understand? People say, well, I don't like network marketing. Fantastic. Then don't join. Don't go. See, people have to understand that our lives would not change because if somebody said no. It's not about that. I'd like to hear a lot of no's because it just makes me stronger to not to prove them anything. It just makes me stronger that I want to be more, I want to get to more different places. And just because you said no, it doesn't change my life. See, the rejections are there for a reason. And the ones who can handle and build on the negativity of the rejections will always win. just a matter of time.
And I remember
It's
I
so
learned
true.
that every yes definitely build your bank account, which is wonderful, but every no build your character, which is
Yeah.
you eventually to work on your bank account. And I will also tell you that residual income, that's what I learned. That's why I myself and I said us, we are very passionate about residual income. It was the time when I was diagnosed with something very serious. I think it's a small group of people, right? It was stage 4 cancer, and I did at that time more than ever before needed residual income, needed freedom of time and money. And you know, we found an incredible doctor so far in Nicaragua. We were traveling there 8 times and stayed there for a while. I know if I at that time, if I would have my corporate job, it was so hard to live even for
It's
a week.
impossible.
It's impossible. Every time I need to go, they said, Renata, because it was 50 hotels, Omni hotels in the world. They said, Renata, we hate when you're leaving because United States have conference, this. When you're not at the hotel, it's different. The revenue is different. So, but I have to tell you, because of residual income, if you never heard about it, learn about it. It's so good. I was able to travel and yes, to invest money in my health. And this is residual income. And that is the reason I look at network marketing. I look at residual income, and it definitely has sentimental value in my life. And that is the main reason I'm here today. And that is the main reason my husband later said, it's enough Nicaragua. Let me create something here. And yes, was able to create something in America. And again, that's because of network marketing. We were free. Do you know when you're free, you can create? You can ask anybody who likes to paint, who likes to dance. They do it when they're free. The movement is different. Same thing. I do believe the fact that you're talking to me today, I dedicated to network marketing. That's a big
Yeah.
deal.
So network marketing, a year and a half of network marketing freed you from corporate America. And because of network marketing had take the place of that income, and you had the freedom to travel without being, no longer called by the Omni to do this, you've because of the health situation and because of network marketing residual and time allowed you to create something, another business. And that's important for people to understand. They created something else because of this incident. And I want to say something that Boris said. He said on the tape earlier. He said, well, not today, but the other one we had. He says He got into network marketing because of the money. I mean, let's face it. We all get it from. I got it for money. And I didn't love it, but I fell in love later. And he said something, and I quote, he wanted to be able to breathe easier. In today's climate, as we turn into a new century, a new year coming up, a lot of people they can't breathe. There's nothing. They feel like they're drowning in debt, more debt, more inflation, and more debt, and everything's going up. And here's, ladies and gentlemen, it's a way out. Here's a way out. For a couple $100, bet on yourself for a change. Because
Let
trust
me
me,
give you a
corporate America
comparison.
don't care anything about you. Go ahead.
Let me give you a comparison of pricings, how bad it is. So to start network marketing business, it's anywhere from $300 to $500, assumed, right? One-time fee. We just came back from the event. You know how much I paid for coffee and the donut? I fell off the chair. I mean, it was like crazy. $19 at the convention center. They had a lunchroom. They had different vendors. Coffee and the muffin, blueberry muffin, $19. We went to get a slice of pizza. I went to get a slice of pizza and the Diet Coke, $13. A buffet dinner for two, $20, $30, $32. Buffet, little rice, little vegetables. So if you compare that to investing in your own business, couple $100, you understand? It's no brainer.
Even
That's right.
the event itself, do you know that the event itself cost almost more than $8,000, but people who believe that they got a discounted rate, $6,500, and it's 6 days, and it was very impactful. But if you don't do anything, this is irrelevant. Would be just a hype. And here in network marketing, if you invest much like truly smaller amount, but if you like who you're surrounded by, if you like your new proximity, let's say your chosen family. To me, network marketing, your team is your chosen family. If you build it this way, you look at your leaders as your masterpieces. They don't go anywhere. You're not afraid of other network marketing because people feel that, hey, they can change this product for this product. But I remember one gentleman, he called me and he said, Renata, like adorable, wonderful young Jewish guy. He said, Renata, they asked me that I would be very good in another company. Would you go with me? I said, of course not. He said, okay, I'm not going. But it was very adorable. He said, if you go with me, then we go together. I said, I'm not going. I said, this company is my baby. I said, have you ever seen parents? I might criticize it sometimes, like a parents, like this could be better, you could walk faster, blah, blah. But we're not divorcing babies. We're not changing it. And I do believe that only when you laser focus, doesn't matter what company you're in, only when you laser focus.
I
Because
totally agree. I've been at the top of two companies, and people still will call me. I love it in a sense. I say I respect you for at least thinking about me, but I'm already over in one company, and I stay focused, laser focused, and that's why I've been to the top of two companies. And the
and
reason why the first company left me, and this one is still there, but the whole idea, you have to stay laser focused. Now, going back to focus, I remember Boris said something earlier on the other conversation we had on another video. He said the three things. He said you got to have vision, you got to have a goal, you got to have patience. Boris, you want to elaborate on that, and then Renata, you can say some after he.
Uh, yeah, absolutely. So vision is, if you don't have a vision, you don't know where you're going. You just lost, right? And there's a lot of people who lost due to circumstances, due to, bad luck, many reasons. So it's important to set your vision. Even in the setbacks, you got to take a step back and just, visualize, analyze, and create that kind of, the vision, right? When it comes to goals, a lot of people have non-realistic goals. I mean, I want to have $1 billion in my account tomorrow. That's probably not realistic, right? So I think creating a smaller goals, which will create if you achieve them, and if you create smaller goals, it's much easier to achieve them. That will create a path which you walk on by reaching, each goal that you create for yourself. But if you don't have patience, then you're probably gonna miss your goals. You're probably not gonna be disciplined. So it's a combination of things, right? But patience is very important. And what I also learned in life is, if you want something very badly, like now, instantly, and it's not going to happen, or it's not happening, but it will, if you continue to dream, continue to work on it, or continue to, to envision it, it will come in the right time when it decides to come. So that's why if you have patience and will wait for whatever you're waiting for, it will come. I experienced it in life many times, like really, and it, whatever I wanted, it just came at a certain time in my life. I guess that it meant to come at that time, because whatever I wanted it, if I wanted it that before, I wasn't ready for that. So don't rush things. If it doesn't happen the way you want it, that's okay. Just be patient, continue to work on it, and it will happen. I really
Oh,
believe in it.
so in other words, guys, ladies out there around the world, it takes time have your vision, see your goal, work diligently toward every day. You have to put the work in. The only place that success comes before work is in a dictionary. Be patient. It didn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight. I didn't get there in overnight. Mr. Boris didn't get there. None of us got there overnight. It took a while, but keep doing something every day to move it forward and watch what happens. Miss Renata, and I know you're.
Um, we just
Microphones.
we just came back from Tony Robbins' That Date with Destiny, and I want to tell you, we learned a lot of new stuff, remarkable thing. But I realized that everybody need to know their purpose. And how often we say, "What is your purpose?" And this question might not be even comfortable. But after this event, I'm very clear. Might be first time in my life. And if you want to think about it, you can connect with me. I promise to talk to you about it because I remember I'm not going to be as effective of Tony Robbins, but you're definitely not going to spend that much money. But I promise to deliver what I learned. And I learned that my purpose, can I share it with you?
Please do.
Okay. The purpose of my life is to appreciate the miracle of life, to spread love, to create beautiful memories while doing my absolutely best for myself and others. And I love it. And that's how I live. I just never put it together. And I also learned that every human being, whether they know it or not, aware or not, they have a primary question. This is the questions when you ask every day. Boris asks, I ask, you ask, doesn't matter how old are you, questions. And so many, that's the way you respond to everything in life, according to your primary questions. And if you want to help on this, I can help because I learn. And if you don't mind, I can share with you my primary question, can I?
The primary question. Go ahead.
My primary question is, how can I appreciate and enjoy even more of God's continuous grace, love, and gratitude inside of me now? This is the question. How can I appreciate even more of God's continuous grace, gratitude, and love inside of me now? When you have this question, there is no way you're going to be upset or angry or pissed for a long time. For a short time, yes, but that's what separates any mature person from somebody who's new. And it's beautiful to be new and young, to be in spring, but the maturity is how fast, how long it takes you to go back to your emotional home of who you are.
So imagine 6,000 people sitting around 2:30 in the morning after starting the session at around 10 o'clock with literally no break. And the question is from Tony, and on the same level of power and strength as at 10 o'clock in the morning. What is your power? What is your primary question? And you like, what? It's 2:30 in the morning. It's enough. It was just such an experience. Crazy.
It's called a breakthrough, and most people don't realize it. I'm usually up at 3:30 in the morning. When I talk to people at 5 o'clock in the morning, I usually address them, "Good afternoon."
I know.
That's right.
Successful people accomplish so much more than others because they get up because they're excited about life. They're excited about what this day is going to bring because every day has its different set of challenges, but we hit it head on. It kind of remind me. I think about the picture was that on what was that with Leo DiCaprio? What was the name of that? Where he was on the front of the boat with his head back with the girl. What was that called? What was the name of that movie?
Titanic.
Titanic. So every morning I get up like he does on the Titanic and lift my arms up like I'm ahead of the ship, and I just close my eyes and the wind is blowing in my hair, and I take on the day that way.
And I have a
that's
question to ask
exactly.
you. I have a question to ask you about your book.
Yes.
Why is it 18 pages? Do you know, we both of us were Jewish. Number 18 is a very important number. Why is it 18 pages?
Tell everybody what 18 means in the Jewish faith.
Big deal. High, up. Very, very important. Why 18?
Yeah. Well, you know what? If I told you God gave me that to do it that way, God said, do this, and I did it. I was 3 o'clock in the morning, my hands is going. It's like God directing it. Now he says, don't sell it, give it away. 50,000 people in 30 days watched it, listen to it, because the anointing of that book is something that he put in me to do. And I'm so grateful that and it's called God's gifts, because every human being has at least 3 gifts, but they really don't discover them early. I discovered mine at early. That's why I never had a job to this day. And I'm thankful and grateful. That's why I have an attitude of gratitude. That's why you and I connected spirits, because I know from which my blessings come from, but I never had that because I found my gifts and I utilize my gifts. And every day I have to open up this package of gifts. I have a little saying on my desk that says right here. I don't know if you can read that. Every
And
day
this
is
is a
a
gift.
gift. It's a sticker on my desk. I remind myself every day on this earth is a gift. It's the day you're born, the day you pass away, there's a little dash. And the question is, between that dash, what are we doing with our life to serve our fellow man?
It's so true. And I love the way you live. It's like the more you give, the more you get. And
Hmm.
I'm not surprised that you are a wealthy man because of the amount of love, energy, knowledge you spread, you share. You're absolutely remarkable. Many people have no idea that for a while, for probably 5 years or so, you're doing 5 days a week leadership session. This
Yep.
is phenomenal. You give the voice stage to so many people.
And
That
I do it for free because I learned a long time ago, like I said, with a closed fist, you can't give or receive. The more you give, the more God bless you. You can't give or receive anything with a closed hand. The only way you get it is open it up. And the problem, a lot of people, they always don't want to be open or transparent because they think somebody's going to hurt them. Well, you can embrace hurt, but you let it go, but don't hold on to it. And that's what people don't understand. That's one thing about your sweetness, your spirit, Renata. You have that transparency that people wish they have, and they wish they could be like that, and they can be, but they're too scared of getting hurt. Folks, part of being vulnerable, let me say this, is a strength. When you're vulnerable and you are your own rock, you're not vulnerable because you know who you are. And if you know who you are, you become more vulnerable because that is a strength. But in the modern day society, being vulnerable, it's like, oh my God, I'm getting vulnerable. I'm scared somebody's going to hurt me or take advantage of me. They can't take something that you don't give them.
so true.
You're super, and being a rock and being vulnerable, I'm gonna let everybody in on a little secret. That's one of your superpowers.
I do believe so much. And that's where your energy. I was looking at your beautiful wife and the way she was looking at you with so much love and admiration. And I thought, this is the energy. We were in a room and it was a lot of very young people. But at the moment you walk in, a king. That's an energy. Beautiful. Thank you so much for who you are.
God
Really
bless you. Thank you.
proud
Well,
of
give us a word or two each of you. Give us a word or two in closing. Would you like to say to the audience out there around the world? Give us a closing remark, each one of you.
Uh, so much to say. I would say that I think I probably said it already. When you really want something, uh, go for it, and go for it with determination, passion, and understanding that you will get there if you progress, if you learn, if you if you serve other people, whatever it is, specifically in network marketing, uh, and don't make try to live your life by not making other people wealthy, because you only have one life. Make yourself wealthy, whatever that is, whatever the numbers are for each and every one of you. Just do it for yourself. It's a it's a it's a tremendous experience to experience a good life, and we all want to have a good life. So just don't be afraid to go after your dreams.
And from me, guys, please do not compare yourself with anybody. Like you're looking at me, you might say you might like something, you might not like. It's irrelevant. You're so perfect. I want to tell you, you created by God, perfect. If you don't have something, you already have something. It's irrelevant. Everything is relevant. Everything. If you look at somebody who you think, oh my God, trust me, there is somebody taller, smarter, younger. Everything is relevant. You just know if you don't compare yourself with some. Remember when you were kids, you want everything big and beautiful and pure, and then you start comparing and you're thinking, oh, I don't think I deserve this. I don't think I'm tall enough. I don't think I'm beautiful enough, strong enough. You're beautiful. You're awesome. The fact that you're here, if you believe in God, He's not done with you. If you believe in universe, higher power, you're still here. There is time to grow, God willing. And I know you have a desire to grow. You would never ever attend this channel. You would never ever follow this phenomenal, remarkable man, Al Thomas, if you don't think you deserve better. And please remember the second thing, the law of attraction is always at work. In case if
Wow.
you're not in the right mood, out. You're the one who decide. Remember, purpose of life. I can help you with purpose of life and your primary question. I learned this topic so well, but if you pissed for no particular reason, you know that you attract more situation which is already on very low vibrations. So make sure you leave it like, I apologize. Doesn't matter who you believe in. Don't stay there. If you're in a good mood for no reason, you attract this amazing situation that you deserve. You just know, you know how it's easy? Know that whatever you are, what you do, consider that somebody filming you. This is a movie. Your main hero, they're looking you. You smiling? Okay, we create more situation because that's your mood. You upset, you angry, you got it. We have enough situation. The law of attraction. I think that's what helped
Law of
me.
attraction. Thank you. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, they've had several businesses. You can hear several businesses. They found the home and network market that allowed them to, number one, to come home off a year and a half later, come home from a corporate job. Next, they found freedom. Next, they traveled the world. Next, they invested themselves, as you just heard her say in Tony Robbins' course of 65 to 8,000, but also to be able to go to another country to get treatment for her ailment. And like she said, you can't do that if you have a job. They will let you off for a week or two, and out of that, you have fire or something. So, network marketing may not be it. It might be real estate. It might be a traditional business, but do something as we turn the corner to 2025. Mr. Clemens, real quick, was there any questions at all, sir? I don't think
Do you mind
because
if
we
I
had a,
say something else that I think would be
hold
very
on.
relevant for people? I love when Boris mentioned his wonderful parents and both of them entrepreneurs. I just want to tell you, unfortunately, I missed both of my parents. They passed away, but none of them were entrepreneurs. So in case if you think, oh, he's entrepreneur, his parents entrepreneur, guys, I am not. I never had entrepreneurial mind. I I was a corporate lady. I was a poetry lover, but it's nothing to do with being an entrepreneur. I I can tell you, I look at very like aggressive with male energy ladies who was winning and not even always relate to them, even though some of them look so beautiful and stylish. And my parents, Papa was engineer, very bright engineer, but not entrepreneur. Mama was absolutely remarkable insurance agent, not entrepreneurs. And I thought I'm not, but I'm winning here. So if you think, looking at Boris and thinking, wow, he's so bright, everybody entrepreneur, nobody in my family entrepreneur. You could be a poetry lover and win in network marketing so much. As long as you love people, this is the only condition. This is it. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank
Stay
you.
beautiful, stay blessed, stay
Well,
irresistible,
Irresistible.
because you are.
one of your gifts, like I said, it's one of your gifts that you had no idea that was already inside you. That's one of your gifts is an entrepreneur, and you just ran into that 12 years ago, and that's why you're doing very well. That has always been inside you, dormant, until you found that lady, and she said something about residual income, and look how you have blossomed and being on stage training in front of 10, 15,000 people several times throughout the years. That's because that box of gifts inside you that God had already planted, you were an entrepreneur. It just came out later. And ladies and gentlemen on the channel, you are all entrepreneurs. You also have it inside you. You have that gift. Go back to the channel and listen to the book, God's Gifts, or download it. Go to Al Thomas Official and get it. It's free. And it's going to bless you. And matter of fact, as a holiday gift, share it with 7 people. 7 means complete. We'll talk about things later. We thank you for your time tonight. Renata and Boris, thank you so much for you guys' time tonight. And God bless everybody. We'll see everybody soon next week. Take care. God bless. Hit the
Happy
like button.
holidays. Happy holidays, sir.
God bless everybody. Thank you so much. Have a